We help contractors by the hundreds with all of the administrative burdens that surround handling their construction projects. That means helping them with Xactimate estimating, working with them on all the administration of their supplements, and doing the administrative services back office work that enables them to focus on selling, building, and billing.
We see contractors just starting off, maybe they're struggling with the fundamentals of running a construction business. They partner up with us, their process is now defined, they're able to grow their profit margins and actually scale because they're not held back with the burden of dealing with the supplementing process. I feel proud of what we've been able to do in this industry.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for our daily hail forecast on this Friday. Thanks, as always, the C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and Artist Supplement and Balance Claim for sponsoring our videos. As always, you can check them out in the description below if you're watching this here on Facebook, on at least the Hail Trace page anyway. You can go check out their pages. Here is our weather headlines. We have a chance for some hail all the way up in Montana today. There's also a bit of a chance down in near the Mississippi River Valley, and apparently there's a tiny bit of a chance near Chicago, but I personally don't have that in my wrist today. Could Denver see hail tomorrow? Looks like we're going to have a pretty busy weekend in the northern plains. However, North and South Dakota don't exactly have a lot of folks in them, but there should be some hail across the Colorado Front Range tomorrow afternoon. And we're watching Cristobal. Looks like he's going to be heading towards Louisiana by the end of this weekend, possibly as a strong tropical storm, so we'll check in on him as well. Tonight we are going to have at 6:45 p.m. the premiere of the 7th out of 8th episode for our 10-year anniversary. This is with Leah Klein. You can check that out. It's Derek Klein's wife, if you know that. And a pretty great episode. You can check that out again at 6:45 p.m. I believe this one will probably at least get Derek to have a couple tears in his eyes, so we can go check that out. And yesterday, we saw a pretty good storm across Rapid City, South Dakota. Had a 3-star map here. Rapid City, Spearfish, Aberdeen, South Dakota. Up baseball-size hail fell, not directly in Rapid City, but Spearfish and Black Hawk. And it looks like we have about 41,000 homes impacted. Here's some pictures here. This was a high quantity. Tons of hail fell in this storm. And also pretty wind-driven. This was a storefront here. Or, no, it's someone's house, I think. In front of getting blown out by the wind-driven hail. Pretty crazy stuff. 3-star map because the majority of this hail did fall. The worst hail did fall on Spearfish and Black Hawk. And the area is just to the west of Rapid City itself. Rapid City itself, no joke either. I mean, you had that hail upwards of 2 inches in diameter in a good chunk of the city. So check that out. So we got a couple areas looking at today for hail. Again, like I mentioned, of Montana, parts of Idaho, even parts of Oregon and Washington could see. The best chance for some biggest hail is going to be in far northeastern section of Oregon, parts of parts of Washington, and into Idaho and Montana. Looks like we could see maybe up to some golf ball size hail. Pretty intense looking storms over here. I had to find Lewiston, Washington. There isn't a lot of population over here, so I had to kind of really make a stretch for where I was going to put my little hail trace dots. Billings, you could see some marginally severe hail. I think the majority of your hail is going to be to your north. Rapid City is at risk again. We have this little area in Utah and Arizona where there's basically no people, so I don't have anything in there. And then over here by Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, chance for some hail. I think this is more of a wind threat than a hail threat, especially by Memphis and Jackson and over towards Nashville. But there is a chance, especially early on in development, which should be happening in the next couple hours, could see that hail upwards of $1.25 size. Storm Prediction Center has a risk as well near Chicago and Detroit. I'm not really seeing too much. If something were to happen, probably around quarter size hail, if anything happened at all. I'm not really buying into this risk over here too much today. Otherwise, low end chance across the U.S. Pretty quiet day. Great day to check out Leah's video here at 6:45 this evening. And here's that future radar. I don't have city breakdowns. There's not too much to talk about here for this afternoon. You can see those pretty big storms across sections of Idaho and Montana, and weirdly again Oregon and Washington. These states don't exactly bring in the big numbers for hail over the years. And here over by Tennessee, you can see the storms forming in the afternoon hours and possibly having those strong winds upwards of 65 miles an hour, and then maybe that marginally severe hail close to the Memphis area. Going into tomorrow, though, we have a pretty sizable risk. I'm sure the one that gets a lot of folks' attention is over here by Denver. Yes, there is a chance we'll see some storms come off the mountains, possibly making hail in the mountains, Rocky Mountains, and going over through the Front Range, possibly dropping some hail. Right now, I've got that low-end chance. We'll update that tomorrow for you guys. Rapid City, yet again under the gun. Could see some big-time hail yet again over here. And then possibly some hail over by Billings or Bismarck. And then there's also an outside chance we could see a couple rogue storms over by Omaha and Kansas City. Low chances there right now as well. And can't rule out up here in northern Maine, of all places, could see some marginally severe hail for your Saturday. Future radar showing, you can see here in Colorado, all that activity blowing through in the evening hours. Again, could see some hail here. Wouldn't be surprised to get upwards of golf ball size, but anything can really get going. We'll update you tomorrow. Definitely large quantities of hail. Probably, that's the main theme. That's like the name of the game in Colorado, honestly, is you get almost exclusively hail falling. So you get tons of hail falling, even if it's just marginally severe. And then further to the north, a pretty intense system. It's going to be a warm front actually pushing north. It's going to trigger a lot of storms and possibly have some super big hail with it as well, along with strong winds. Pushing forward to Sunday, that risk is in North and South Dakota. And then after that, we probably see some more activity on Monday. But I don't have the extended forecast in there. I'm just going to jump in on tropical depression Cristobal. He is finally about to push off of the Yucatan Peninsula. He's been there for about a day now and really weakening, got disorganized, just getting shredded by the mountains here. And now it's going to pop back out into the Gulf of Mexico, where it's going to strengthen quite a bit and turn back into a tropical storm and likely be a higher end tropical storm. Winds maybe around 60 once it hits south central sections of Louisiana, probably Sunday evening, according to the National Hurricane Center's latest forecast. We will see. I mean, we don't start mapping tropical systems until they are making winds of 60 miles an hour or greater. So if it does, we will have a map for it for you guys. Don't worry. And if it doesn't, it's just mostly a rain producer. You know, we're not going to map something that only has 40-mile-per-hour winds. Climatology says this is probably not going to be super strong. I don't think that we're going to have a surprise hurricane out of this. There's a lot of mitigating factors in the Gulf of Mexico right now this time of year. That's why we don't see hurricanes typically in June. It is hurricane season. That's why we've got a tropical system, but To get the more intense storms, you got to wait till usually about August or so before they really start rocking and rolling. So that's what we're looking at for Cristobal. Follow us here on all of our social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Hailtrace. You know, subscribe to the channel if you want to watch this on your TV or you don't have Facebook or whatever. On Facebook, you can hit see first. You don't miss any of our posts, any of the other content we post outside of these daily forecasts. Instagram and Twitter, we put stuff on there as well. And if you want to contact us, there you go. Got your phone number, 855-334-4245. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, you can set up a training, your first time with checking out Hailtrace, you want to learn more, whatever it has to be, don't worry, just call. We'll answer. We don't bite. And you can email us as well if you're not really a fan of talking on the phone, or visit our website, find more details. You can message us through our website as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll likely have some version of a forecast video out, whether it's at my house or here, or if things really fall apart and it's just a graphic. So if you don't watch us on the weekend, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Friday. Talk to you later.